Welcome to the Lady NightHawk show, where we talk about interesting things and we honor different people. And tonight I want to give honor to a very good friend of mine that has been in the military service since we had that big parade, with the military, and then it's 4th of July. And my spirit said that I needed to bring him on the show so that I could give him honor, because he has been here and, he's brought people here to the show. He's been hanging in there with me for years. And I just want you to say, Sergeant Jonathan H. Kirby, PhD doctor, I'd like to salute you, okay? I know when I used to do, you know how they used to have us, I don't know about you because I'm older than you are, we would have to take the flag down at nighttime and stuff at the schools.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so, they did a little thing, and you did salute. I mean, and then, they had the little programs where you would, like, I forgot what you even call them now,
So you pledge of allegiance?
Yeah, and this stuff. And so, we had to salute when we took the flag down, and then we had to fold it and all that other stuff, But then as we got older, somebody said to one of the people that was on television, it must have been a show I was watching, it wasn't real life, it was a show, and the person was on the stage with the rest of the military, and they saluted, and the one that was sitting down in the audience said he wasn't supposed to be saluting because he wasn't in the military. That's how I said, you little hater. So the man, it was a story, and so the man sitting next to her says, well, he's up there with everybody else, he can do that, but he's supposed to put his hand over his chest. Look, he's up there with all them other people, he can salute, I said, wow, okay. Because I know, like, programs in school, they used to have those programs that try to, I guess they were trying to give young people an idea of how to be in service with those after-school programs, making sure that the flag, it might not seem like it was much, but it was a great honor to be on that flag control.
You know how I got in the military? I was young, watching Shirley Temple, and she was in a military school. So I asked my mother, in which I disobeyed her because I wasn't supposed to watch television. And I watched it, turned the TV off before she got home, and I saw her in a military school, and I asked my mother, was it possible for a young kid to be in military school?
You sound like me.
And lo and behold, I ended up in military school down in Fort Union Military Academy.
Okay. I didn't go to military school, but I went to Catholic school.
Yeah,
that's where I wanted to go.
Almost.
Yeah.
And they were a Baptist school, and the #1 prep military school in the world, if not, all the big folks' sons and sons went there, and I was amongst them. So, and I'm a graduate too. Matter of fact, I'm the 5th
generation.
The 5th person, black person to graduate from
Get
that
out
school.
of here. Even today?
Even today.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Kirby, okay, I'd like to say, and I'd like to tell you that even though we haven't seen him in a minute, he's done a lot of things. He is now Dr. Jonathan H. Kirby, PhD. He also received both of us at the same time received the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award from President Biden, which was an honor. It's one of the hardest honors that you can get, and thank you. And I'd like to, his shirt that he has on today represents, if you could get a tight shot of that shirt for me, it says United States. It doesn't say United States on it, but it says Marines, and that's a branch of service that he served. And it's a nice shirt, not just being representative of your branch of service. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, and to do the things that you do and the things that I do, I mean, people do things for different reasons, you know, but ours always is because of the Lord. I mean, no matter what we do, the Lord got a hand in it, okay?
Oh, yeah.
But it's so much work out there in the vineyard that he assigns us to, that, guys, when he calls on you and he asks you to do something, you need to be obedient. He said obedience is better than sacrifice, okay? So you need to be obedient in what you do. But I commend you for during this time that you have not been just still. You're still the same old Jonathan that I knew, that I met, and you're still doing those same old things, okay? And, you know, and you also take judo. You're a judo assistant.
Yeah.
Let's tell us about that.
Well, the VA had a judo program, and I always wanted to do judo. And I did karate, I did kung fu, I did jiu-jitsu, I did tai chi. You know, those are the arts that I participated in, but judo is a little bit different. and it's good, and it's very disciplined. Even though all the rest of them are disciplined, but judo is special. So the team that I have, and I have to say the team because we all a team, it's a team that the VA let us have inside their facility, and it's called oh boy, forget.
It's okay. But it's over at the VA.
Yeah, it's at the VA, and we have Olympic gold medalists and people instructors that actually help us out, and had the first medalist of judo in the Olympics, Mr. Jim Bergman. He actually awarded me my blue belt in judo, and that's when I was in the hospital. I mean, everything was going crazy.
I remember that because we had pictures of you in the hospital, and they presented you the award. I don't know whether you brought them on or whether Max brought them on, but
Max.
We had
Max.
He actually honored you that day because he was so proud that you had gotten, you know, your blue belt, and he brought the pictures, and we had those pictures on the screen, and we talked because we thought both of y'all were coming on that day, and he made sure that he let us see what you were doing, and you know how you were an assistant, and you got your blue belt, and he said you was working on your black belt, and you know, and I was saying, oh,
brown belt.
Brown belt. I'm sorry, you was working on your brown belt. And he's so proud of you. That's one man that I know that he is so proud of you. And when he talks about you, you can feel the love come out of his mouth. And his wife, both of them.
My mother called them angels.
Yeah.
That's what she called them.
Yeah, and his wife. You know, when both of you, when both of them talk about you, you could just feel the love just pouring out their heart and out their mouth, you know. And accomplishments that you've made on your own as well as helping others. And I think that that's what the blessing is, that you came through and you didn't just stop there. You made sure that you could also help others, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just
the fun part. That's the fun part. Because I like to see their expression knowing that somebody care. So that's what I get a rush out of. I mean, despite of all the accolades, you know, just to see the other people and their faces, including you, you know.
Yeah, it's amazing because, I mean, he even showed some people that weren't expecting to be able to get any of their, you know, movement of things back. And y'all have a special judo class or something that the veterans go to, right? Right. And y'all have had greater accomplishments out of that class.
It's called adaptive judo.
Okay.
Adaptive judo.
Yeah, and at that particular time, I think that some foreign person was coming to acknowledge y'all.
Yeah, we have people all over the judo world, referees that ref hundreds of people, and matter of fact, he was on today. I actually had judo today.
Oh, okay.
And we have people when they were fighting over in Israel. We had it on the Zoom, and it went pretty good. We had Israel, Japan.
I was going to say, I think a person was from Japan that was coming here.
We had Japan and we had Germany, all over the United States, and those folks showed up, and it was big. They had the Zoom was so big, they was like they extended it.
Okay.
You know, that's how good it was, and now people are taking note for what we do and see that we can do it, because the pandemic kind of screwed up a lot of things. But you know, and speaking of that, with the judo group that we have, they warned us about the pandemic. We were the only ones in the VA wearing masks.
And we really still should be. Some places that I go into, I make sure I wear a mask. Because COVID is still alive.
It's still here.
And they've been told, I mean, I've been told this by some people that are in the know, that they've been told not to broadcast it, that COVID is still around. They've been told some other little vaccines that, let's say, like the measles and the chickenpox, you know, that they didn't want them to make a big to-do about it. But okay, but yeah, he looked like he's just trying to ignore me. There's a little spider on the floor. I just hope you don't jump this way. You stay right there, okay? All right. If you see him jump, let me know, okay?
I'll step on.
Okay, but anyway, no, we gonna leave him alone. Anyway. We have, oh, here he comes. We have a lot of people that have been, oh, wow, now you heard that. Wow, that's murder. That was pure murder. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Because he was looking like, let me catch her off guard. And Jonathan scoped him out, because he's showing up was pointing in my direction. Thank you, Jonathan, and thank you, Tom, okay? Or if he was just interested in our conversation, because he was just sitting there.
Well,
you know?
he won't hear no more.
Yeah, that was murder. He just killed that poor little bug. I'm glad, though. I ain't mad. We like to laugh and joke around here sometimes, okay, when this thing is funny, because everything doesn't have to be so serious all the time. But, yeah. Like I said, I was honored to know that, you know, you got your doctorate, you know, and that, you know, we call you Dr. Kirby now instead of calling you Jonathan Kirby, for those that know, right? And you're so modest about that, because when I said, well, do you want me to do this or do you want me to do that? Just do what you want to do, you know. And I think it's a great honor. People should know, you know, that you are now Dr. Jonathan H. Kirby, you know, and that I think that people should know that you were a sergeant in the United States Marine Corps. I just think that people should know that, okay? I think that it's great encouragement to see, you know, one of a minority that has achieved so much, you know, and then like the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award from President Biden, that was a great honor. That's one of the highest honors that you can get. And I just think that people should know these things, that we have a young Marine Corps, you know, a sergeant in the Marine Corps that has accomplished, after the military, has accomplished so many great things, that it should be encouragement to young men to know that anybody that's in the armed forces, that when you get out of the service, just don't do nothing, you know, because, I mean, they're trying to cut back some of the VA money now for education, which I hope that it doesn't actually go through, because, you know, I think that anybody that has served this country, because when y'all serve, it's not just like me going being a waitress in a well, wait a minute, it's kind of dangerous for waitresses now, because people shoot people anyway, right? Just like I want to say condolences to the family for the little girl that was 3 years old that got shot in that car, just sitting in a car, and the ones that from the floods that were at camp, that those ones that lost their lives, and they're still trying to do a rescue, and they're still trying to rescue down there to see if there's anybody that's still in the rivers or underneath the trees and stuff if they can find. So my heart goes out to all of those where there's been devastation throughout this world. My heart goes out to everybody and their family members, and I hope that they find some more people that are alive down there. But it has to be hard to lose a child. I'm talking about even one that's 18, 19, 20 that goes in the military, for a parent to have to bury a child, even for serving our country. And that's why I say I think it's so important that people need to recognize that we have these young men and women now that go out and go in the military, and depending on where they're stationed out, because we're not at war, that sometimes they still don't come back home.
But see, it's broken down to them when they volunteer like that. Mm-hmm. That's what they're in for. Mm-hmm. The training and everything. So, that's what they're in for. Mm-hmm. It's like when I went into the Marine Corps, I already expected to be like that, because it's certain groups that I wanted to do something to. Mm-hmm. And during that time. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I know we can't talk about those things, mm-hmm. but, it's good. I think a child should go into the military to gain some type of discipline, mm-hmm. which they need, because now, the teachers and schools are raising the children, and the parents are not raising the children, the way that they should. So, they send them to the military. So that's what right. What needs to be done.
Right. Yeah. I really think it should too. But Tom actually wants to show you what he murdered. Okay, so if you got a closer look at the spider, you can show that poor little intimate. And he was pointed right in my direction. He was looking right at me. No joke. All that floor he has, and that little spider was like heading in my direction. Thank you, Tom. Anyway.
So you gonna get a spider plant now?
now. Oh. He was letting me know that you need to go get a spider plant. Yeah, that's what that was. Thank you. See how God works, right? Because we were talking about earlier when we were talking about throwing the devil out your house, and things. He was telling me to get a spider plant. And I know I've seen them, but I asked him to explain to me what it looked like, right? And he told me where I could go get them. Okay. So the confirmation was the little spider that you just saw, and said, yeah, you better go get that spider plant.
And what did he do?
He got killed, but he was just sitting there. He was actually just sitting just like that, looking at me. He had not moved or nothing. I don't even know when he came up. If Jonathan hadn't said anything about him, I wouldn't have known the little bugger was there. So I'm gonna say that's confirmation for me to go buy this spider plant as soon as I leave this place, okay? But I thank him for his service, okay? Because like I said, when you have to be obedient of what God tells you to do, apparently that poor little spider was supposed to be obedient for me to be able to see him, so I would be reminded to go get that spider plant, okay?
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you. Yes, I didn't know he had a picture of that little spider, but we know he's in heaven. He did his job, okay? And thank you for looking out for us, sister, okay? Because I am terrified. You don't even know how terrified. I was sitting here, because after that was all downhill from there, okay? Because I really think that my dog, I lost my dog. He was my best friend. He was one of my children. And I really think that it's a certain time of year that it's a spider that comes out, because I actually saw them in one bright red one in the middle of the kitchen.
It won't be that one.
No, it won't be that one. He wasn't even the same family. But I think he bit my dog. I think one of the spiders bit my dog, and he got sick after that, But I think they're just seasonal, because I've never seen him before, and maybe he was mad, because maybe it was one of his relatives.
It's possible.
But anyway, let's get back on topic. Thank you, Tom. Yes, I think that is so important. It's just like going to Catholic school or military school. You know, I asked and you asked. That's why I said we always been from the same breed. It's always religious, or we wanted to have that extra discipline. That not that we were bad, but we just wanted to be better at what we were. And
I wasn't bad. I was mischievous because I went against the ones who try to do mischievous things.
But see, I was a female. I wasn't that. I wanted to be.
I get them all. If you was a bad girl, you be in
you
trouble
was in trouble.
too.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to be a nun, and my parents told me that I couldn't at 16, but they said they thought that I was too young to make that decision for myself right then. So I said, well, then can I go to Catholic school? You know, so I wound up going to Catholic school. You know. But that was a choice that God had touched me at that point in my life, that's what I was supposed to serve, you know. And somebody said to me the other day, well, you might as well go into the nunnery now, you don't do nothing. Oh. I mean, I do things, but they're just saying that so I can get out the house, you know. Yeah. So, and we won't go into other reason why they said that. Anyway, you know, they said, so you might as well, you know. But, anyway, you know, life is good that we have taken the paths that we have taken, and we were able to meet each other, because it's just, I think that you're a good spokesman for the Marine Corps, and you're a very good spokesman for the Lord Jesus Christ, you know. Oh, yeah. And so with the two of them hand in hand, you can't go wrong, my brother.
You call me friend.
That's right, that's right. And I just wanted to take the time so that people would know that your accomplishments that you make. Because see, people give up. And it's when they see, you know, people that have done the fight, done the struggle, done what they had to do so they could still be functional, you know what I mean? Because you don't have to sit in that chair. You can get up and walk with a cane. Nobody knows that, but I'm just saying.
My knee do though.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that too. But you are able.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, you are able to get up and get out that chair.
I will.
So I don't want nobody to take that for granted, okay? Because they're gonna be in trouble, okay?
You remember the Wayne brothers? They say don't underestimate the handicap.
That's right.
Don't underestimate the handicap.
That's right. Because they're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, if they come up against you, they don't even know what kind of trouble if they think that that's some kind of way that you cannot defend yourself. They don't even know. Okay, so I'm warning you, don't even think about it or try it, okay? But it's an encouragement to know that you don't let anything stop you. You know, you push forward, you push through it all, and that should be encouragement to a lot of young black men.
Sometimes I wait.
Women.
Sometimes I wait, and then when it comes, they'll see me again. Put it that way.
Well, that's what they say. Wait on the Lord, and He will renew your strength.
That's right.
You know, and then He would direct your path. Yeah. And so, you know, sometimes we rush into things and they become failures because we didn't wait on Him. Yep. He told us, but He still said, wait. You know, and I'm gonna put you.
And that's what happened. That's what happened to me when I had this issue. He told me to slow down, and I wouldn't. You know, my body was in 100%
go mode.
Go. And he told me this. Even my wife, she told me, you need to slow down. And my mother told me, you need to slow down. And I wasn't listening. So.
My mother never told me to do the same thing.
It'll sit you down. It'll make you lay down in green pastures.
Oh, yeah, because I had a stroke. In fact, I had two. I'm blessed. Yeah. I know clearly I'm blessed, you know. Yeah. And I've had two, so when they see me going, they, you know, they'll say, you need to slow down. You being a little, they call me, I'm doing busy work. I say, that ain't busy work. You know, it might look like busy work to you, but I'm busy.
So now now I know why my wife say you a busy bee. Because I can't, you know, I go around in the house and if I see a piece of paper on the floor, I'll pick it up, or lint or something, or give me the vacuum cleaner. Let me tell you a funny story. When it snowed, and the snow was out there on the ground, and I'm the one that normally clear everything out. Nobody in the house, or nobody came to clear anything, and I got in the wheelchair and went out, and my wife had to catch an Uber during the time, and the Uber driver turned around and say, "Is that your husband?" She said, "Yeah." He said, "That dude is awesome. He is, I mean, what's up with him?" Because I was moving the snow. Moving the snow because we had to get through.
Right, right.
You know?
But that's the kind of person you are. And you probably would have did the 2 neighbors across the street and 3 more down the street if your wife didn't tell you to take your butt back in the house.
Yeah,
you know?
that's
You know, that's you, okay?
Yeah, you're right.
Especially if you know the neighbor didn't have a child or a spouse or something.
Yeah.
You would have rolled your little chair over there and would have been over there digging it. That's you. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why you're so special. You know, God has special people that he has in his life. And the biggest thing is that he let you come home from the military service.
Oh, yeah.
And continue to serve, you know, because everybody doesn't come home. I don't care whether it's wartime or not.
I was in Beirut when the barracks blew and, you know, killed 242 Marines and soldiers and stuff. And that was a different day for me. I was so pissed. I was really pissed. I wasn't afraid or anything. I was pissed.
Just angry.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have never happened.
Right.
I mean, there's one thing I like about the president this time, is he did what he's supposed to have done. A lot of people don't believe that, but he did what he's supposed to have done. So.
Well, you know, it's just amazing, and that you're an amazing and awesome person, and I just wanted to honor you, you know.
Well, thank you.
And for anybody that knows you would understand why, you know, I would take that time to do that with you. So I'm glad that you took me up on coming, you know, first of all, because I know you're a busy person. So I thank you for coming out. And, you know, I want to ask the Lord to continue to bless you in all that you continue to do. And I'm glad you're my friend.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm your friend, too.
And so last time we didn't get a chance to say good night, guys, on the last show we just did, but I want to make sure that we do get an opportunity to wave and tell you good night, and be safe and be blessed out there, okay? And look, make sure you know, when people tell you all the time, look at your surroundings, make sure you do that when you go out in the street, okay? And so with that, Jonathan, just let's wave to everybody and tell them good night.
Good
from
night.
the Lady NightHawk show.
Thank you.